Republic Day showdown in Telangana has escalated in the state after Governor slammed the KCR for not attending the event hosted by the Governor. BRS leader Kaushik Reddy has used derogatory language against the Governor. We are playing out that reaction, that abusive language that was used by Kaushik Reddy. Listen it.
Governor ముచ్చట మాట్లాడను ఏ రాజ్యాంగము ఈ గవర్నర్ పాటిస్తుంది అని చెప్పి నేను అడుగుతా ఉన్నా అసెంబ్లీలో కౌన్సిల్లో పాస్ చేసిన బిల్లులని ఇప్పటిదాకా గవర్నర్ పెట్టుకొని ఆ ఫైల్ ఎందుకు కూర్చుంటుందని నేను అడుగుతా ఉన్నా జవాబు చెప్పు ఇది రాజ్యాంగమా
My colleague Swastika is joining us on the broadcast, getting us more details on that story. Swastika, derogatory language to say the very least doesn't behove an elected representative of the state. Any word coming in from the party?
None so far, and in fact this video has surfaced on social media and has been picked up by the BJP as well. In fact, just a few hours ago we saw how the battle between the Telangana Chief Minister KCR and Governor is out in the open. The CM did not attend the Republic Day function held at the Raj Bhavan. But besides that, the version of the party put forth by the BRS MLC in this particular case, Mr. Kaushik Reddy, using extremely disparaging language against the Governor for hitting out at her for sitting on the bills. And remember, this effectively may not be the stand of the party, and we could expect some kind of condemnation to be coming in from the BRS's side. But, and we are also learning that the BRS sources we've spoken to, they said that all of these comments have been made in individual capacity and the party will not stand any kind of comments like this. But so far there has been no public acknowledgement. The person in this question is of course an MLC, Kaushik Reddy, making those derogatory statements against the Governor, hitting out at her, saying, why is she acting like BJP suit? Why is she not passing the bills? Ask her to do her duty first. And in the way of expressing his point of view, he has used extremely deplorable language. That is something which has gone completely negative for the BRS side.
Swastika, could you tell us a little bit more about Kaushik Reddy, his standing within the party, how senior or not so senior a leader he is within BRS?
Well, Kaushik Reddy joined the BRS after he left the Congress. In fact, he was the Congress's Huzurabad candidate, and he was after he was denied a ticket by the Congress, he switched ranks to the BRS. And in fact, in the BRS itself, he was someone who has just joined the party but has been very often seen with Chief Minister KCR. And there has been a previous run-in between him and the Governor as well. Remember, for the nominated MLC post, Kaushik Reddy's approval did not come through from the Governor. The Governor had sought various other explanations also from the party, and that is why they have a bitter history between the Governor and Mr. Kaushik Reddy in question. Besides the past, the fact is that considering how the Governor has said multiple times on record that the BRS government in question has always discriminated her for being a woman, remember, many times
Swastika,
in the past.
I request you to stay with us on the broadcast. Sorry to interrupt you because I also have Brinda Adige with us on the show. Brindaji, I can't repeat those comments that have been made against the Governor, not to forget that she holds a constitutional position. More importantly, she's a woman. Holding a public office, and there should be more moderation and dignity in the language used by elected leaders. This is a MLA who has used this kind of language. What are your thoughts on what has been said against the sitting governor? I mean, you can have your political differences, but to voices in this manner and form is extremely deplorable.
You're absolutely right.
Brindaji, am I audible to you? Can you hear me?
You're absolutely right. Irrespective of political ideology, differences, whatever it might be, this man is an elected representative and she's a governor. And he has no right whatsoever to speak in that derogatory language. This is not just unparliamentary. This is criminal. How dare he speak of the governor in that manner? What is the phrase he used? Does he have any knowledge of what he has done?
Brindaji, we see in Indian politics, and I'm talking across political parties, that a lot of times such language is used against the women who are in government positions or who are holding constitutional offices, and leaders get away with it. I mean, the party might say, look, that's his individual statement. The party distances itself from that statement, but there would be no real action that is taken against these kind of leaders.
You're right. And that is why we hope that the TRS chief makes it a point that he will not tolerate this kind of a derogatory language against any woman, least of all to the governor. And he will pull up that MLA, whoever is that MLA, whatever might be the kind of vote bank that he may be. The TRS chief must extend that confidence to his voters first, because that is the respect and dignity he is extending to women across his state. And that is why he must now pull up that MLA, whoever used this kind of language, and say that irrespective of whether the bills are passed, not passed, debated, this language cannot be tolerated, will not be tolerated, and action be taken against it.
Thank you, Brindaji, for joining us on the broadcast and giving us your views. I'm cutting across back to my colleague Swastika, who's with us on the show. Swastika, not just in this case, but we have seen many times that there are leaders who make such statements, who use such deplorable language against women who are sitting in constitutional offices. While the political differences between them aside, and you indicated that BRS is unlikely to take any kind of action. They might just say that they want to distance themselves from these kind of comments, but any real action against the leader is unlikely, Swastika. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And in fact, I want to just go back to your first point. Regardless of the political differences, as you rightly pointed out, mocking the position of the governor is something that, or for that matter, any position held by a lady is something which has not gone down well and has not reflected in the esteem of any party. And in this question, the BRS, which is already under the fire for violating the constitutional protocol multiple times, the governor herself has in fact set on record that the chief minister's office, in fact the government's perspective on the whole is that since she's a woman, she's allegedly being discriminated against. She said that to us in multiple interviews. And right now to have a BRS MLC, Kaushik Reddy, make such disparaging comments against the governor, this is something that the party will have to come out clearly, considering that the issue has already been racked up by the BJP here, which has positioned itself as the principal opposition against the BRS. And in fact, any such incident has always impacted negatively as far as the BRS is concerned. The word that we're picking up via our sources is that there will be condemnation, of course, but the party has also said that these comments have been made in individual capacity. They don't subscribe or reflect any opinion on the party's stand. They said that BRS is a party which has always respected women.
As you pointed out, that political differences can be one point, but to use such language against women does not sit right with the ethos of our country and the kind of polity we would want in this country if we want more and more women to come forward and participate in public life. Could you tell us a little bit more, Swastika, the political context in which these comments are coming, or this kind of standoff is being witnessed? We have seen this happen in multiple other states, including the state of Kerala and the state of Tamil Nadu as well. What kind of tension has been building up between the government and the governor's office?
Well, it's out in the open that the relationship between the Telangana chief minister and the governor is completely in the ruins and in tatters, because the chief minister's office and the BRS party views Tamilisa Soundarajan as BJP stooge, and they're saying that all kinds of theatrics that we saw play out in other states, in West Bengal in the past during elections, this is something that Tamilisa is now trying to attempt here in the state of Telangana, which is due to face elections later this year. The other perspective is that the TRS has faced and has expressed a lot of displeasure against the governor for sitting over multiple bills. There are 8 bills that the BRS has pointed out that the governor has not given her accent to, despite giving a detailed explanation to her. The governor herself, in fact, made a political statement today saying everything is visible in an exclusive interview to me. And later on in a speech also, she said people should come out of their farmhouses. These big buildings that we're seeing in Hyderabad and other places do not really reflect the aspirations of the people. Completely heating out against the chief minister, who is often accused of sitting in his farmhouse and running a state government from there. This is a charge that comes in from the BJP side.